Shivaya. Let's come to a comfortable seat. Back is straight, face is relaxed, opening mantras. The opening mantra, it asks that we're open to learn and not to resist the learning. So we're learning about ourselves and who we are in yoga practice. And sometimes it's hard to look in the mirror, isn't it? So it's to keep an open mind and open heart as we go through the practice. So 3 times together the mantra Om. Inhale. Om. 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 Sahana vavatu sahano bhunaktu sahaviryam kirevavai tejasvina vadhitamastu ma virvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namah Shivaya. So let's begin with one round of Kapalabhati today. We'll open up the chest first. Interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the heart. Open up. Open up. Open up. And release. Palms face up, touching the thumb and index fingers together. This is pumping exercise. The abdomen is moving. The face is relaxed. You could think of cleansing the lungs, the digestive system, and the energy body, cleansing the thoughts, letting go of anything weighing us down. So we'll practice 75 pumpings, starting with a deep breath in and out. So as you breathe in, lengthen up the spine a little more. And exhale. Inhale deeply to begin the pumping, all from the abdomen. And we begin. Hunt, 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 hunt. 2. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Now for the retention. Inhale 3/4 of the way, a comfortable breath. Hold your breath up to 40 seconds now. All relaxed and present. Listen to your heartbeat or repeat Om. Find the stillness, be the stillness. Now, if you're still holding the breath, slowly exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale. A few breaths at your own pace. We'll try a nice little maneuver today if you can. Bring the hands in front of you. Walking the hands forward, lifting the hips will come up to the hands and knees. If that doesn't work, come on to the hands and knees any way that works for your body. We'll arch and round the back a few times. Lower back sinks down. Inhale, look forward or up. And exhale, round the back up to the ceiling. Press a little into the hands. Inhale, lower back sinks down. Tailbone up, look up. Exhale, tuck in the tailbone. Pull the back right up to the ceiling. Relax your neck. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. A few more times on your own. See how the back feels. Is there any change each time you arch and round the back? Very good. So let's get ready. Come into the dog pose now. Tuck in your toes. Lift your knees up in the air. And stretch back for a few breaths. If you like to bend one knee and the other, go ahead. Pushing the opposite heel down. Or press both heels down. And slowly walk your feet right up towards your hands into the ragdoll. So we're standing on the feet. Knees are soft, hanging down. And keeping the knees soft from the lower back, unwind, uncurl nice and slowly all the way up. And once you're up, you can roll your shoulders back. And that gets us ready for the sun salutation practice. So up at the top of the space, feet are parallel, back is straight, neck is long. Inhale. And exhale, palms together, centered. Inhale, reach up, a gentle arch. Exhale, forward fold, soften the knees if you need, relax your neck. Right leg goes back, inhale, knee down, hips sink down. Hold the breath, come into the plank. Exhale down your knees, chest, head. Inhale forward and arch your back. Exhale, hips up, stretch back. Inhale, right foot forward, left knee down, look up. Exhale, left foot forward, head down. Reach forward, inhale up and back. Exhale, lower the arms by your sides. Inhale. And exhale, palms together. Inhale up and back. Exhale, forward and down. Left inhale back, knee down and chin up. Hold your breath, plank. Exhale your knees, chest, and head. Inhale forward and arch your back. And exhale, the hips up, heels down. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, look up. Exhale, the other foot forward also. Reach out, inhale up and open. Exhale, arms by the sides. Second round, inhale. And exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up and arch back. Exhale, reach forward and down. Right, inhale, knee down, chin up. Retain plank pose. Exhale your knees, chest, head down. Inhale, head up, chest up. Exhale, hips up, heels down. Inhale, right foot up between the hands. Exhale, left foot up between the hands. Inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up, arch back. Exhale, reach forward and down. Left inhale, knee down, chin up. Retain plank pose. Exhale, your knees, your chest, your head down. Inhale, forward and arch your back. Exhale, hips up, heels down. Inhale, left foot up between the hands. Exhale, right foot joins. Inhale, forward, up, arch back. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up and arch back. Exhale, reach forward and down. Right inhale, knee down, chin up. Retain plank. Exhale, knees, chest, head down. Inhale, head up, chest up. Exhale, hips up, heels down. Inhale, right foot up between your hands. Exhale, left foot joins. Inhale, forward, up, arch back. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up and arch back. Exhale, reach forward and down. Left inhale, knee down, chin up. Retain plank. Exhale, excuse me, down. Inhale into the cobra. And exhale, hips up in the air. Inhale, left foot up between your hands. Exhale, right foot joins. Inhale, forward, up, arch back. Exhale, release. Very good. Feet slightly apart. Slow down the breathing. When you're ready, slowly sit down. Lay down onto the back. Arms and legs apart, palms face up. Relax. Consciously relax. Relax. We'll stretch each leg a little bit. Feet together. Lift your right leg up into the air. Hold the sides or back of the leg or the pants. If it's a little hard to reach or you have a tender back, put your left foot flat on the floor with the knee bent. That can help. If you could stay here or on an exhale, head up, chest up, hands up the leg to the calf, ankle, even the foot. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Remember not to practice where you think the body goes. Explore it brand new each time. Where's the right place right now? Each breath, it might shift a little bit. Let's see if we can deepen the stretch. If you're up in the air, bring your shoulders and head down, and then hug the right knee into your chest. Pass happy baby. Letting go with the left hand. With the right hand, hold inside the foot. Open the knee to 90 degrees, and pull the knee down towards the floor, and breathe. You can't reach the sole of the foot, that's fine. You can hold your ankle or even both hands under the knee and pull down. Ready? Keep your left leg straight. Bring the right knee more down. Breathe. Good. Releasing the foot. Right leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Down. Feet together. Left leg up. Hold the sides or back of the leg. As you exhale, head up, chest up and hands up. Shoulders relaxed. And breathe. Relax into the pose. Let the back of the leg lengthen. It's not about forcing it, but releasing it. Go a little further. Shoulders and head down if you can. And then hug the knee into the chest. We'll give it a squeeze. And take the left hand inside the left foot and open the knee to 90 degrees. And pulling down. Try to keep your right leg straight. Slow exhalation. Good. Releasing the left foot. Inhale up. Exhale down. Relax. Legs together, arms back. Stretch. And release. Bend the knees, place the hands under the knees. We'll rock forward and back a few times. And we're going to see if we can roll right up into our favorite version of the boat. Keep the chest up. You can have your feet on the floor. You can hold your shins. You can have the arms out. Heart is up. And breathe. Not an easy asana, but is there any change after doing this for 7 days in a row already? And breathe. I think one day we did it only balancing on the hips, on the belly. So 6 out of 7 days. Breathe. Day 8 now. So nice, happy boat ride. Smooth breathing. Maybe the legs are straight. We've already passed halfway. I didn't even notice. It's so comfy now. Breathe. Heart up. Maybe lower the back and legs a little, keeping the heart up. Very good. Bending the knees, hug the knees, head down, relax. Why don't we back bend in the camel today? Let's come over onto the knees and sit up high. Knees are hip width apart. If the knees are a little tender or the floor is a little hard, you can always fold the mat or put a blanket under your knees, only if you need to. Otherwise, the weight on the bones makes the bones stronger. So just if it's hurting, we want to take away the pain, but otherwise, good for bone density. So knees are hip width apart, hands on the lower back, hips a little forward and start to arch back. And breathe. If you're feeling a little more bendy today, you can reach back and hold your ankles or heels. If you're very close, but just not there, tuck in your toes. You'll get 2 inches higher, and you might be able to reach. but it's not necessary. You can keep the hands on the back and breathe. Inhale, sitting up, and exhale, child's pose. Back onto the heels, folding forward, head down, relax. No. Slowly sitting up. We're going to come all the way up to stand. We're going to do a twist in the balancing pose today. So it's another version of Nataraj, the dancing Shiva. Often we think of Nataraj kind of like this, but if you look at the statues of Shiva, he's in a very different position in the dancer's pose. So take your weight to your right foot and hug the left knee towards your chest. This might be plenty for your balance, then you can work on holding it here. We can do the twist like we do on the back. Left arm out, and with the right hand, twist to the right. Look to the left. So this is option 1, or option 2 rather, sorry. And then we have one more option. If you're comfy, come to the center. With the right hand, hold your left big toe, stretch out the leg, and again, we twist to the right. Left arm is out. This is the picture we see often in the statue of Shiva with the ring of fire around. The cosmic dance destroying our lower nature. Breathe. Back to center and release. Shake it out. So nice, energizing, balancing pose. Let's go on the other side. So take the weight onto your left foot. Stare at a point in front. That can help. And hug the right knee into your chest. That might be enough right here. You can work on your balance right here. We can take the right arm out and twist to the left. Looking back to the right. You can come from center, but maybe we could do it right from here. Just reach down and hold your big toe. You can hold under the calf if you can't reach your toe, and see if you can straighten that leg out across your body. It's fun to try. We got nothing to lose. And breathe. Stand tall. Good. Center and release. Shake it out a little bit. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Long way on the mat, legs apart. Right foot out to the right. And then take the left arm up. Reach up, inhale, and exhale over to the right, getting a long left side stretch. We'll have a few options here to really deepen the stretch. It's up to you. You can try to fold the right arm behind the back. And that's going to put a little bit more weight coming down. If it's a little too much, keep your hand on your leg. Breathe. And final option, if you want a real triangle strengthening challenge, you can bring the right hand up to meet the left for a breath or two. Good. Inhale back up from wherever you are. Exhale, release. Very nice. Switching the feet. Right foot forward, left foot out. Left hand on the thigh. Right arm up. Reach up, inhale. Over to the left and breathe. Long stretch. Reach through your fingers. Option 2, fold the left arm behind you. Remember, the options aren't necessary. They're there to try to explore if you want. That's all. Final option is maybe to bring the left hand up to the right. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale, release. Very good. Bring the feet back together. Shake it out a little bit. And stand tall. So feet are hip width apart. We practice the mountain pose. Knees over the ankles, hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips. You can roll the shoulders back. Neck is long and face is soft. In some traditions, they turn the palms forward in the mountain pose. That feels quite nice too. Standing tall like a huge mountain. Remember, a mountain doesn't try to be a mountain. There's zero effort. It simply exists. So can you keep this tall, long pose with as little effort as possible? Oh. Final relaxation. Taking a moment to slowly sit down and lay down onto your back. Tense and release the whole body now. Lift the legs an inch, lift the arms an inch, lift the head an inch. Tense your feet, make a fist, squeeze your face. Stretch your toes, stretch your fingers, tongue out, eyes back, stretch, release. And turn your head gently to either side. And back to the center. When I mention the body parts, the mind immediately goes to the body parts, inviting relaxation. So in your mind, say to yourself, I relax the toes, feet, and ankles. Toes, feet, and ankles are relaxed. Visualize the relaxation. Relax both legs, the calf muscles behind the knees and the thighs. The legs are relaxed. I relax the hips, hip joints, hip bones. Hips are relaxed. I relax the abdomen and chest. Abdomen and chest are relaxed. I relax the entire back, the lower back, middle back, upper back. Back is relaxed. I relax the hands, wrists, arms, and shoulders. Arms are relaxed. I relax the neck and head. I relax all the facial muscles. I relax the eyes. The neck and head, the face are all relaxed. Diving deep and deeper within, into the silence, into the stillness. Relax, relax, relax. Inhale deeply. Awakening the body slowly, moving hands and feet. Bring your legs together, reach the arms behind you, give a long stretch. And release. Turning to your side, we'll come up to a comfortable seated position. Closing mantras. Inhale. Om. 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 Asatoma satgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityurma mritam gamaya. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bolo Sadguru Swami Sivananda Maharaj ki Jai. Hari Om Tat Sat. So, very good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday. Sunday is Ram Day. So I had mentioned after class yesterday, I'll talk a little bit the story of the Ramayana. So the class is officially concluded, and if you're on your way out, I wish you a wonderful day. If you want to hear a little bit of story, a little bit of learning, you're welcome to stick around for a few minutes. So there's the two types of, we can say, literature or learning in yoga philosophy. And one of them is like the Upanishads, the direct philosophy, studying the sacred text, and the other is learning through stories. And the main two epics are the Ramayana and the Bhagavad Gita, or the Mahabharata, which the Bhagavad Gita is part of. And these are, well, the Mahabharata is an incredibly long story. I only know some very tiny parts of it. And then the Ramayana is another beautiful story. And there are different levels to understanding stories. And this helped me a lot understand Judaism, the religion I grew up with, because there's the literal translation of the story, and then there's kind of the implied meaning, and then the true meaning. So there's often like deeper levels to a lot of these stories from our different cultures, backgrounds, religions, and it's hard to understand them at first. So the Ramayana, I'll try to summarize. I've heard this told in like 10 hours to tell this story, and we'll see if we can do it in 5 minutes. So know that there's so many side stories and small things, but basically there are these 4 brothers, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna. And I'll just mention Shatrughna because we never hear about him. You hear his name at the beginning and then he's kind of lost after. So I'm always curious to learn more about him. So Rama is the firstborn, and he's going to be the new king. And, the father, the king, couldn't have children. He did a special puja or ceremony to have kids. And anyway, he ended up with 4 sons from 3 different mothers. And Rama was going to be the king, and everyone loved Rama. So Rama was the perfect son, the perfect prince. He always did his duty. And of course, as these stories go, one of the other wives, other mothers, for whatever reason, she kind of poisoned the king and said, remember, you owe me 2 promises. Promise 1, my son Bharata is going to be the king instead of Rama. And promise 2, Rama is going to be banished to the forest for 14 years to live as an ascetic. So the king had no choice but to do his duty. He had made this promise, and this was the night before the coronation. And he tells Rama, he's crying, like, you have to go live in the forest. And what does Rama do? He goes, okay. Like, that's amazing. He was about to be king of all of Ayodhya. And then he's like, okay, I'll go live in the forest. No problem. That's what my dad asked me. So already, like, that direct meaning of just doing our duty is quite amazing. And Rama does this in so many situations. So just hearing about it, it doesn't mean to blindly listen to your parents or something, but that was his duty because the whole kingdom was looking up to him. And his father had made this promise to his wife to grant her 2 wishes. So his father had to honor it. So he honored his father like this. So then, of course, Sita, who is his wife, went with him to the forest, and his brother Lakshmana, who always took care of him, followed them as well. And they go live in the forest for 14 years. And then in the 13th year, towards the end, we make it simple. This evil demon Ravana comes down and kidnaps Sita, the queen. Yes, and takes her to his hidden fortress on Lanka. And Rama is quite sad, of course, and so is Lakshmana. And they don't know what to do, so they start searching for Sita. And on their search, they're walking, and lo and behold, this monkey comes across their path. And they start talking about what they're doing. And the monkey says, I think I can help you. And this monkey, of course, is Lord Hanuman. And Hanuman, we'll go a little bit into Hanuman. When he was a kid, he had all these superpowers. And he looked up at the sun and thought it was a mango. So he tried to eat it. And he did eat it. And the whole world went dark. So the gods struck him down and he spat out the sun. And then his father, who was the wind god, got really angry and sucked all the air out of the universe. And everything started to die. And the gods came and begged him to put the air back. And he said, only if each one of you gives my son a special blessing, a special power. So they all did. And Hanuman came back to life and the whole world got the air back, or the whole universe. But there was one not problem, but one catch to him having these powers. He'll only remember himself, his powers, when he meets his master, who is Lord Rama. So when Hanuman met Rama, he remembered who he was. And again, another nice side story, but this is like, we're all very strong, very, very powerful, but we don't realize it till we can connect deeper to ourselves. Then all of our skills, our beauty, our nature starts to come out the more we're connected. But when we're disconnected, like Hanuman was for all those years, he was just a regular monkey, like many of us are sometimes. So anyway, Hanuman is going to help them, and he has these superpowers, and Rama sends so they have the monkeys and also the bears. And the king of the bears, his name is Jambavan, which is my favorite name in all of yoga, Jambavan. It's very beautiful. So they all go off in different directions to help find Sita. And Hanuman, he can fly. So he's flying everywhere, and he gets to Lanka. And as I talked yesterday, there's this demon guarding Lanka. So he had to make himself really big to fight the demon. So he did, and he beats the demon. Then he makes himself really small to sneak into Lanka. And then he finds Sita sitting in a garden and says, hi, Sita, I'm Hanuman. I'm friends with Rama. And she says, Rama, how could you possibly be friends with Rama? And Hanuman takes out a ring that Rama gave him and said, here, this ring is for you. And Krishna Das has this nice song, where did you get that ring? Tell me, Hanuman, that Sita sings kind of to Hanuman. So he has the ring to prove who he is. And Hanuman says, don't worry, now we found you, Rama's coming. And the thing is, Hanuman could have just taken Sita back, right? Why not? He can fly, but it wasn't his duty. His responsibility was just to find her. It's Rama's duty to go get her. So, meanwhile, over this whole time, the evil king Ravana is telling Sita, you have to marry me, you have to marry me, I'm going to kill you in 1 year if you don't marry me. And she keeps saying, no, I'm faithful to Rama, I'm faithful to Rama. So she wouldn't give in to Ravana, no matter how horrible her situation became. So Hanuman flies back, tells Rama where Sita is, and then they have to get across the ocean, and they build this bridge out of rocks. Whole other story there. And then they come, and the two armies fight each other. And of course, Rama is victorious over Ravana and reunites with Sita, and they fly back to Ayodhya in the Pushpaka, so this flying chariot. And when they come home, there's a big celebration with lots of lights. And this is the holiday of Diwali, is when Sita and Rama return to Ayodhya. So this is kind of the story. And it's a nice story, and it's really beautiful. Like, there's kid books about it and adult books. But then what does the story really mean? So Rama, who is like the embodiment of the divine, he's the universal soul. He's like God, or the highest self. In yoga, God is just highest consciousness, we could say. And Sita is the individual soul, individual consciousness. And Ravana, he's the 10-headed demon. So these are all of our negative qualities that could exist: lust, anger, greed, hatred, jealousy, like this. And these qualities separate us from ourselves. So when Ravana kidnaps Sita, that's kind of like when our mind gets in the way of ourself. All of our negative emotions separate us from ourself, and we're quite alone. And the story is really the true nature of Rama searching for Sita. So how do we connect our individual self or our body, let's say, back to our soul or our spirit? And this is the story. And here it's Hanuman that helps to connect the two. And Hanuman embodies a lot of devotion, a lot of love. He's very much in his heart. He's very knowledgeable, very dedicated, very strong. So all of these qualities that we can develop in ourselves help our own lost soul connect to our self. So, this level of the story I found made it very much more interesting, to see it's all these different lessons to connect with ourself. And, every time you hear the story, read the story, you remember another part. And, there's a beautiful part where Bharata, who his mother made him the king, he didn't want to be the king. He went and he chased down Rama. He says, you have to come back. You have to be the king. And Rama says, no, I promised our father. So Bharata said, give me your shoes. And he takes Rama's shoes and puts them on the throne. And Bharata also lives as a monk, and he runs the kingdom in the name of Rama. But he could have been king, but it wasn't the right thing to do. So him too, he gave up the whole kingdom for his brother. And, we see so many of these beautiful stories, small stories within the Ramayana or within other cultures, and they're all ways to help us connect to ourselves. So I'll share one final one from the Bible, because this is one that really bothered me. And then having more understanding was helpful. And that is after King David. David is here. Hi, David. Named after King David. It said there are all these kings of Israel. And when the king loved God, Israel flourished, and there was, good food and good animals. But when the king turned away from God, God killed all the people, all their animals, killed their servants, burned their crops. I was like, man, that's pretty brutal God. And then the next king loved God, and then everything came back. And the next king hated God. And it was like, man, this God is kind of intense, right? Like, if you love me, I'll give you stuff. And if you hate me, I'm going to kill you, your servants, your animals. And that's kind of the direct, literal translation. But, through I questioned some rabbis about it, because it's kind of bothered me. But what I've been learning, or have learned about it, my understanding is like, when you love God, it just means you're living a righteous path. You're doing your duty in life. And when we're living in a healthy way, then we receive all the fruit of that action. And, the king who hated God, let's say, we start working against our dharma, against our duty, against our path in life, then nothing feels like it's going right for us. So, are we living our duty? And that's a cool question. Our dharma, do you get meaning from what you're doing in daily life? And, we all have, they say in yoga, like our dharma, our duty. And are we living that way? And it might be your job gives you meaning, or it could be another way. It doesn't have to be your job, but your job gives you the space to do what gives you meaning. So there's many ways to live our dharma, right? So let's say you love to paint, but paint costs a lot of money. So you have a job. Your job's okay. You do your best at it, but that gives you the space to do what gives you meaning, to make beautiful paintings. They don't even have to be beautiful. It's just to paint. So, are we living life to our purpose? And finding what that purpose is, it's not easy. So we kind of quiet the mind and listen. And that's another way to be connected with our self. So there's our hopefully nice story for the morning. And you can look up, you want to learn more. There's people telling the Ramayana on YouTube, lots of them. And there's the Bhakti Breakfast Club, which is a Bhakti Yoga website. And you can sign up. I think the first month is free. And there's Jayu Tal, who sings a lot of kirtan. And he tells the Ramayana over 4 or 5 hours. And it's amazing. So anyway, there's all these stories and so much learning to have. And for me, a big thing was just the literal translation is just scratching the surface. It's like the story that starts for children. But even then, it's quite brutal. But having the deeper meaning can give us a lot of nice lessons in life. So happy Sunday, everybody. Om Namah Shivaya.